Welcome to everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order on June the 20th, 2023, and it is 7:02. As we gather today, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of this committee and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history. And we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Please join me in a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Well, it was a busy couple of weeks. Just go over a few of the highlights that occurred. Tammy and I were at the doctor recruitment in Barry's Bay with Dr. Malinowski. That was a very interesting session. Attended an Irish gathering meeting, human resource meeting, three county committee meetings, 2 chat with Dave's, of course, multiple phone calls and emails, which is part of the job. And a couple of interesting things that came along with phone calls and the chats were an item called zebra mussels. And maybe I could direct this to Brian as far as talking to the Round Lake Properties Association about the zebra mussels. Golden Lake went through a cleanup and they picked up over 200 pounds of zebra mussels. I don't know if our waterways are starting to have those, but maybe it's something you'd like to talk to your group about.
So who did the Golden Lake? Who did it? Was it the group?
The Golden Lake Properties Association, yeah. I think instead of having a big problem, maybe we cut it to make it a small problem. We could be well off. Do we have a noise bylaw?
No.
Okay. Is it something we would entertain or?
Yeah, it's impossible to control.
Okay. And that's
We looked at that for years now.
that's going through your previous dealings with that.
You have to prove how many decibels it is and all that stuff. And it's just
Okay.
come live on my street, you'll hear lots of.
Okay. Another, Carl, while I have you, could we, on your bylaw policies and procedures committee, could we set up to try to come up with a bylaw for the flagpoles? I know there's a Canadian, is it a Canadian bylaw or Canadian law that outlines the positioning of the Canadian flag, the township flag, the municipal flag? But I don't believe we have a bylaw that puts it. Sorry?
But I think it's Canadian flag, provincial and then others. Isn't it down? That's
But could we make up a bylaw to just put it on paper that this is the way it is and that's. And we only have 2 poles here. Maybe it's something that we need to put a 3rd pole in.
we don't have to fly the Ontario flag, as far as I know, right, Tammy?
Yep.
As long as you have Canadian that are on.
So we could
I
have,
don't think we have to have a meeting to.
no, I just put it, just to put it on your list. When we're, next time the policies and procedures are together, that can be put on the list.
Okay.
And the one question that was brought up was the this, if snakes are in our bylaw, right? Is it,
That snake was run over on the road the other day.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, it's snakes, all, we shouldn't have been on the street, but you right on. Coming down James Street, right at the intersection of the Bills, or. Bill, did you do? But it was. It was sunny guy. The yellow snake was dead on the road.
It was orange. If
Oh.
there's a yellow snake, if there's a yellow snake, we're in trouble.
Whatever, pretty bad.
so that was some of the comments that I had received were concerned about the snake, and we did check, and it is in our bylaw.
I read it.
And okay, perfect. So just let everyone know, and Carl said the snake is dead. Okay,
Not much left.
and also we received invitations to the Golden Lake Properties Association General Meet, AGM, and they have changed the venue. It is now going to be held July the 8th, 9 a.m. at St. James School in Eganville, as opposed to in Killaloe. And also the Round Lake Properties Association are having their AGM, and that is 22nd of July. Perfect.
In the morning,
9:30.
9:30.
Round Lake Rink.
9. I thought it was at 9 till noon.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's 9. I think so.
Hopefully, if everyone can attend any of those two or both, that would be great.
Round Lake.
I had it marked at 9:30 and,
Yeah, I read the details of 9:30.
Yeah, it says 9:30.
Okay.
North one and North two requests to attend. No, Ward two and Ward three. Ward and all. Yeah. Ward one.
That's awesome. Okay. Does any member of council have any pecuniary financial interest to declare? Having seen none. Now we're going to do our delegations. I'd like to call on Roseanne Boucher,
I'm first.
please. And could you introduce your group?
Like any good teacher, you're not getting a handout yet. Cheryl, like any good teacher, they open the handout, yeah, they get it at the end of the presentation. Turn it over here. Yeah, turn it over here. I don't want my back to anybody.
And could you introduce your group for us?
Yes, I will. This is part of the off-leash dog team. We have Cheryl here, I'm sorry, I don't know all the last name. Cheryl, Stewart, Alida, Kelly, and Mila has left, I'm not sure why, but anyway, and I'm Roseanne Boucher. First of all, I want to thank Chris and Tammy for explaining the process to me. I've done other presentations here, but it's been a few years. So I was very happy to be instructed and I learned quite a bit about the process. So there will be a handout afterwards. The dog presentation. So I wanted to start off by saying our full title. It's the Lions Off Leash Dog Park. And why Lions? Well, we started off having this discussion back in the winter, and in January, the Lions, Killaloe Lions, gave me permission to start a bit of research about what might be possible in our community. So that's why it's Lions. Also, the Lions are known as the Knights of Blind through our connection many, many years ago with Helen Keller, and we're also involved with guide dogs. So it seemed to be a good fit for our Lions Club to possibly get involved with an off-leash dog park. And why off-leash? Well, we know that there are pros and cons to off-leash, and that's fine. So our philosophy on the committee is that, yeah, we definitely want to know the pros, and there are lots of them, but we also want to know the cons to an off-leash dog park. And we're going to try to mitigate against all the cons. That's our goal. So the committee and I are happy to share with you that the Killaloe Lions Off-Leash Dog Park Committee is alive and well and looking for some general information. We are about 14 on the committee at this stage. Before we can go any further, we have been advised to select a potential site. And the advice that we've been given is minimal 1 acre. So I'm learning a lot about how to measure 1 acre thanks to Dean and this lovely little building caption. So I Googled 1 acre and I also talked to 2 farmers to make sure I was on the right track. And I believe that I am on the right track. All we would like to know right now is the size of each property listed to determine whether or not it falls within that parameter. And this will help eliminate certain properties. So we've identified 6, and they'll be listed on your paper. The first one, which is a possible location, would be the Lions ball field. So I measured that in behind the 2 soccer fields that are designated now, one for children and one for adults. And there's a potential there. The second one we wondered about, and this is where you people fit in. What about this on Civic Street behind the former fire hall location? What are the plans for the fire hall? Will it be taken down? Will that have more property there that could possibly be used for a fenced-in off-leash dog? The third property, which Harold is very familiar with, is the Round Lake Center Red Grounds, the community park there. So what's the plan for that? You know, could we possibly see an outline of what's already there and what the potential is? The other would be the former Hawk Park KPP location. Again, I've looked at several areas there. I'm not sure what the potential is for behind the orchard, which is behind the greenhouse. I know that there's been some talk for possibly using the barn as a theater venue. Whether or not it's structurally sound or not, I'm not aware of one way or the other. And if it is structurally sound and it does become a theater, then there's going to be parking needed. So that kind of eliminates the front area beside the barn, but there is an area behind the tree orchard. Is it possible? That was the fourth one. The fifth one is Mill Street, either behind or beside the medical center. Again, beautiful location for a second Mill Street apartment building, but is that in the works? Is that in the plan? I'm not privy to that information. And the final one that we identified, and I'm hoping that possibly there are others, would be the southeast side of the Killaroo skating rink and the pickleball area. You know, what is there? I talked to them in Harrington, so they have a section of the property behind that is still owned by the family. What are their plans? Is there anything that could accommodate a 1-acre dog park? So that's basically what we're asking for, is a bit of information about the size of these 6 areas. Well, 5 would be KHR property. And if there are other properties that we're not aware of that could possibly accommodate a 1-acre off-leash dog park. That concludes my presentation, and now I'll get the rest of the committee to hand out the papers. Thank you. Thanks for your time. We normally ask for questions. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So I think I'll open it up to council now, if they like to ask any questions. Harold?
I have one question, and it's to do with how you keep your dogs in, the fencing. I know in most areas, your large dogs and small dogs have to be separated by a fence, and it also has to be surrounded by a fence. And then again, who's going to clean up after them?
That's all part of how we work as a committee and how we work with people that are bringing their dogs and other volunteers. I've also have to promise the Lions that it will not be expenditure on their part. There'll be fundraising done by the committee and by others that will step forward hopefully shortly. So that's all part of the planning. Yes, we will be fenced in. We do plan to separate the large dogs from the smaller dogs, and we do hope to have agility. Because the agility people are very keen on off-leash dog parks. And we have people within our community with dogs, and they are going to Eganville to the off-leash dog park. They're going to Petawawa, they're going to Pembroke. And it would be great if we had something here for them in the shape of an off-leash.
I was told by, I can't remember who now, the one in Golden Lake where all that nice new white fencing is. It's an off leash dog park,
Ah.
right at the oldest cow.
Okay,
So now,
yeah, good. Thanks, Harold. I'll check that out for sure. Perfect.
No, thanks, Dave. I don't
Okay.
have any questions.
Tammy? Or Maureen?
I'm just curious, the Lions ball field, like which of these properties has fencing? Does anyone like that fencing?
No,
No, but the Lions does, like this. It's not the area. Oh, it's something out of the market. Okay, okay, that was my question. I was just curious. There's like-
Once the location is identified, then we'll talk about this.
Uh-huh.
Major
Sure.
expenditure, I believe.
Can I have clarification on this? Do we own the Lions ball field or the Lions own the ball field?
I believe the Lions.
Well, then, there you go with that.
Well, excuse me, sir, if it was that easy, and we've done it a while
Well,
ago.
what you say, you got the property.
The property is there, so, but we're looking at other potential, like, what else is out there?
Yeah, but you got a big open space there.
That's why it's number one on the list. Thank you.
Okay. I just want a clarification. If we own it or Lions.
Oh, it's a Lions ball.
It's also not as convenient
Pardon?
for people.
One
Now that
one
with the boundaries
spokesperson, one spokesperson, yeah.
Right?
Questions at this time?
How many people are involved with your group?
Right now, we're 14 on the committee. And we have other people that have said, hey, that's a great idea, it doesn't matter where I go. People say, that's a really good idea, can I sign you up on the committee? So we have interest, there's definite interest. There are some people that have said, I would never take my dog to an off-leash dog park because my dog is alpha and much too aggressive. That's fine, we don't have a problem with that.
Mhm.
But personally, right now, I don't have a dog right now. I want a dog. I had a dog. And I've seen what an off-leash dog park can do for dogs and also their owners. It's a great way to socialize, for the dogs to socialize. And there are a lot of benefits to running free in an enclosed area, safe area. So there's interest, definitely there's interest. And we had someone check with Tyler to see how many dog tags are issued every year. Do you want to mention how many? Possibly 75 dog tags. So, you know, there is a good dog population in our area.
Other than the Lions ball field, the other 5 sites
Yeah,
would require major funding in regards to fencing.
exactly.
As Harold pointed out,
well, not only that, but the one in Mount Vegas, the only park we have down in that area. And if we take that away from the kids, now I've got a group coming out on Saturday. To use the whole ball diamond for a birthday party outside. They're just going out to play ball, they're going out to play ball, the basketballs are out there, they'll put some soccer balls out in the field. They're just out there to have fun. And
So-
that turns into a dog park.
We're not saying we're taking the whole park over Harold. We're saying, what I'm asking is there a section of that park that could possibly be devoted to an off-leash dog park of 1 acre? I don't have the measurements. That's what I'm asking.
Probably where the 2 ball diamonds are, plus the loggers. The soccer fields, the play structure, you're probably looking at, I'm gonna say probably close to 3 acres, roughly. But it's all, you got your 2 ball diamonds coming in.
Mhm.
Last year we ran soccer, I had 5 soccer fields out there. Plus the 2 ball diamonds, actually 3 ball diamonds, because I had to make a small one for the types.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's the only place they have.
That's wonderful, and I'm glad it's being used that way. But what I'm asking is there room somewhere on that property?
Not unless you get some loggers in to clean up some more trees.
so
Nothing's impossible.
getting back to where I was going with the question. Is your group of 14, are they prepared for the cost of the fencing? Because I'm sure, Dean, that's
They're
pretty-
prepared to do the fundraising for the cost of the
Okay.
fencing. They're prepared to do the fundraising for possible benches, possible water supply, possible dog doo-doo bags, you know, that's
Yeah.
all part of the fundraising we're going to do. And, in talking with the 3 local Redford County, off-leash dog park areas, they have lots of ideas, they've done it, where we won't be reinventing the wheel, but, you know, there will be the Killaloo flavor
Yeah.
on the dog park, wherever it happens to be.
Here you go. Being Civic Street, former fire hall. Years ago, we had the ladies come in and they wanted to build a housing complex in there. And we're talking low rental housing. You got water and sewage and everything there, which is a great location for low rental housing. That work that government's looking into. So I think, you know, it's a perfect location. We got everything there.
Mhm.
That was going to be in years ago, but we missed out on it 2 days.
Yeah. So I think just to wrap things up, so are you looking from us to make a suggestion as far as one of these, if any? Or if we can help with that?
Or if there are others.
Or
that we're not
others.
aware of. These are the ones we identified as potential. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. We don't know that.
So I think do we have enough information to sit back and we can, no, we're not making a decision tonight, but I mean, we have enough, we've asked enough questions and so we can sit and get back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate this very much.
Thank you. Nicole.
You guys are okay with that? I'll take up my voice and sit. So won't take up too much of your time. Thank you very much for having me here tonight. And mostly I'm here to say thank you to the council and to the township so much for supporting the work we do in the library by approving our budget for 2023. So that is we're very, very grateful for that, and just want to thank you so much, you know, to allow us to continue the work we're doing, entertaining people, offering research opportunities, lifelong learning. And I wanted to highlight a few of the things we've been doing. Well, just since I saw you guys on February 21st, I was here, and since then, school visits, I talked to you about how important that was. We've had 1,130 school visits, so 1,130 school visits just since February 21st. And like I said before, if there's no other reason why the library is important, that's a great one right there. But we're doing more than that. We launched a after-school program for youth age 12 to 17. We launched that on March break, and we do that once a week. We've had 79 visits since the beginning of middle of March, rather. All of the library staff were able to attend the Little Branches Rural Roots Library Conference in Arnprior in early May. And I'm on the co-founder steering committee, whatever you want to call it, for that, and I'm also presenting some workshops. So we were able to do that. And just last week, we hosted a workshop with wonderful Maureen McMillan, teaching us all about photography. So we are doing great things at the library, and your support is enabling us to continue doing that. So thank you again, to the council, for recognizing what we do. We also had an amazing show of support from the community during our 27th annual plant sale on May 27th. And with an army of volunteers and gardeners, we raised an incredible, drum roll, $4,873. So that was incredible. And it's definitely one of our best years. And I don't know if you've had some photos, Tammy, that you're able to show folks about from the plant sale, just to give you a sense of. We had a DJ, we had local artists, celebrity artists attending. We had one of our board members celebrating a sale. Obviously, lots of people out, including kids and families, to pick out plants. And that kind of gives you a scope of, you know, all the plants and all the people. That it was very well attended, and certainly the most money we've ever raised from plants that day, so it was really incredible, and we still had some left over, so. As you can see, you're not the only one supporting the library, the community loves to do so. Thank you to our community. I have another piece of good news, if you haven't heard this information already, that the library, we applied for a community services recovery grant, which is through a number of agencies, including the Red Cross and Community Foundations of Canada, 2 of the agencies. And we were awarded with $24,000 grant to pursue a strategic plan and a fundraising plan to help the library grow and strengthen our services. So we will be hearing more about that, but we're very pleased about that. Cheryl and I spearheaded that grant writing, and we'll obviously be the project leads on that. So that's a 1-year grant, and the project will be completed at the end of May 2024. And we also received a mini grant of $500 recently from the International Dyslexia Association to purchase more decodable books. So this is the 2nd year in a row we've received that mini grant to improve our collection of decodable and accessible books through the Dyslexia Association. So as you can tell, we're doing lots of great stuff at the library, and there's more to come. This is my plug now for the summer. We have our summer reading club coming up, TV summer reading club for kids age 3 to 10. That's going to be happening every Wednesday and Friday morning for July and August. We are going to be presenting a performance by the Opeongo Readers Theatre during the Irish Gathering in August. And we are hosting a great big book sale on Friday, August 4th. So if you know any bookworms, make sure they come out that day to purchase some books and CDs. And I encourage any and all of you to stop by the library any day and see what we're doing down there. So there's always something going on. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any member of council have any comments? Brian?
Yeah, thank you very much for all the programs and work you've done there and keep up with it.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful work you do.
Carl?
Thank you.
Maureen?
Yeah, I already said it all.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thank you, guys.
So,
And again, thank you for your support, and please do come and visit me anytime. You know, I'm occasionally lonely, mostly I'm helping people out, but you know, I'm happy to see you.
so I think you know by our commitment that we are very interested. We want to see this succeed to the fullest. And anytime that you have you're sending out a flyer or that type of thing, if you can't come here to talk about it, please give it to Tammy and we can include it in our correspondence. Anything that we can do to help, we're here for you.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, minutes of the previous meeting. Motion.
Moved by Maureen McMillan, second by Bill Smith, motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting on June 6, 2023, open session.
Discussion, questions? Bill?
Yeah, thanks. On page 4 of the minutes, so that we received or that Tammy received an email from Lee Perkins from the county regarding a petition that he had received, or that the county had received from some Tillender residents, residents, it was signed by Lynn Davis. And the petition was regarding the questioning installing a courtesy crosswalk and a temporary speed bump or a removable speed bump. Prior to getting that, my understanding was that you, Dave, had approached the county on several occasions and reported back to council that the county was unwilling to consider any options for speed control on that road other than the speed control that we have, which is painting signs on. I understand from Lee's email that actually there is a possibility for either of these two options at cost. And council didn't discuss that at all, didn't discuss what are the costs, didn't do that. And I feel that in doing that, we're not following up either of these two options that council didn't properly consider the contents of that email, and I'd like to have opportunity to reopen that discussion.
Okay, you're still in my thunder. Because that's on an item later,
That's okay.
but if we want to take care of that, do we want to take care of that now, or can I bring it under old business? Okay. Sorry,
I thought we did discuss that. Speed bumps and,
we did, but it was, my understanding was it was given to me to check out with Lee Perkins again to clarify everything. So I did call Lee again and we had a discussion. And it's a grade 2, correct me if I'm wrong, Dean, it's where's my notes? It's classified as a class 3 road. There's no alternative route, and the county will not put a speed bump on the road because of those reasons. Okay. Now, what we do need is the resolution that was brought forward to put it onto the floor so we can discuss it. And if we can either say yay or nay to one or both parts of the resolution. And the one part being the speed bump, which is the county is saying no for sure. And the second phase of is the crosswalk,
Courtesy cross.
that crosswalk, which would cost anywhere from $14,000 to $16,000 and or $14,000 to $17,000, and there's no cost sharing. Whereas with our painted signs that are going to be on the road, it's a 50-50 split with the county. If we decide for the crosswalk, then it would be between $14,000 and $17,000, and it would be all of our cost.
14 and 17,000 for a courtesy crosswalk, not a real crosswalk.
No, we're
Courtesy
talking,
crosswalk.
we're talking the full crosswalk.
So what are,
That's not what this is about.
uh-huh.
This is about a courtesy crosswalk and removal of speed bump.
And it says courtesy crosswalk as opposed to a crosswalk.
Yeah, in Lee's email, that's what it says.
Okay.
So I just feel as a counselor that we haven't discussed the cost of those options. And so we're dismissing a petition. It didn't come to us, it came to the county,
Right.
but a petition that was signed by a number of the people in my right, or in my
Yep.
ward.
Yep. Do you guys have any comments? So in order to put it on the floor, do we need the resolution? Or can we just have a general discussion at this point?
Oh, I think general discussion, because I don't have the resolution, it's already filed.
Okay.
If a new resolution would want to come to the meeting, we'd have to write a new resolution.
Okay, so let's do the discussion first. Discussion? We'll start with you.
That's what I say too, and that resolution. I'd say half the people went from the village to sign a petition, tell you the truth. They're from all over, like, prove them, ultimately.
Harold?
I agree with Ben, it's already been discussed and why, again, looking at the names and on the signings and where they're from. Maybe come in to do shopping, I don't know, but they're not from here.
Maureen?
I think a courtesy crosswalk is like something to entertain. I don't think it's a $14,000 thing. It's like Barry's Bay has a couple of signs and if some lines painted, like the lines painted on the road. I think it's better than nothing, especially like crossing from Station Park to the, you know, to get to the other side of the road. I think one in that area would be like kind of brilliant. And I don't think it would entail that much. I mean, from what, do you know, like, do you know, I'm looking at you because.
I talked to him as well, and he said it's probably close to $18,000
For two signs, for a couple of signs?
in crosswalks, because you have to have the paint and stuff like that. And so
You got to put on the, like in Barry's Bay, they have the concrete block, or not concrete, they're bricks, yeah, bricks.
$18,000 for a courtesy
That's
crosswalk.
what he told me there on.
That's a piece of information that has never come to this council.
Uh-huh,
So we've been making decisions about it without having that.
uh-huh. Let's vote on that one.
I'm happy, I can let this go, but, knowing that piece of information, but I wasn't gonna let it go without, investigating that thing, because it was different than the information.
Yeah.
we received.
Mhm.
So the council can either talk to you, or they will notice this again and bring this back, or.
He just made me did.
I did, but like, in an email, like, because it wasn't an email, it was just a voice call, and it's like. But he told me he can go.
So what is involved in that cost, though? I don't understand how it's so much.
She has a lot of time and it's a lot.
Uh-huh.
There's painting and stuff, yeah, it's. Yeah. It's not just,
Are there any job openings for painters at the county?
but again, it's your role, it's not. We're not a-
Uh-huh.
Thanks. I can let that go. I don't like being a part of decisions where we don't have the information.
Okay, so,
Oh. On the other subject. What are we gonna do right now? Brilliant water snakes. Or, next thing. On here.
Oh, I emailed them, I called Nathan and was. Back and forth, and he got really.
When you drive, when you're doing construction, what's wrong with that, and you're driving down and you got bright orange stuff. Wouldn't it be good like that? Instead of white.
all in favor?
The minutes.
The minutes?
Oh.
It was a while ago. Motion to approve the minutes of the committee meeting minutes.
Moved by Harold Levine, second by Maureen McMillan, motion to approve the minutes of the Human Resources Committee meeting of June 1st, 2023, open session.
Discussion, questions? All those in favor? Bob,
All righty, see what we got here. Operation Fire, we kind of had a busy couple of days, May 18th. Actually, that's the same day that the grades 1 and 2 came over and visited the fire hall. When we got back to the school, an alarm was pulled. Got through learning, May 18th, Church Street, wildland fire. And the 18th Greenmore Road, wildland fire, just being pictured there, but got away from the climbing the tree. May 19th, Rokuski Lane wildland fire, again, it was running away down to the creek and around the trees, so we managed to get it under control. June the 5th, the lightning strike, shed fire, Mountain View Road. You can see what we've got, and 2 or 3 of those pictures, that bottom one on the bottom right is actually, they're melting the siding on the house. And right up to the 2nd floor, and as well as the e-trough is already melting. Ongoing activities, weekly truck checks and monthly equipment checks. Recent events, as I mentioned, May 18th, we had KPS grade 1 to 2 visit. June 1st, in case you haven't heard, there was a fire ban put in place by Ministry of Natural Resources. June 7th, we had the Winston County Fire Chief meeting in Pembroke. Upcoming events, I think we're going to have a discussion on this one, July 1st, Canada Day fireworks. Right now, I'm looking at probable fire ban, it's going to stay in long past July 1st. So if we have a fire ban, from my position, I can't approve a fireworks display. So it's a matter of now what have we got for options? If we do have one, there's another issue we have to bring up. Apparently, KPS has had a policy line that nobody's read before, but we're not allowed to have fireworks on KPS property, on board property. But if we do go ahead with fireworks, we'll be putting it at Oak Park for the big boomers. The rest will remain the same at St. Andrews. If we don't go ahead with it, now we're into the contract issue. We've had it a couple of times. We resolved the issue, but as you know, or should know, maybe let's don't know yet. But the arrangements we've made with the company is we pay half of the cost of the show when we sign the contract. So that could be early in the new year or whatever the case happens to be. Because he doesn't want all his money for the year coming in on July 1st. But for that, we get 25% more fireworks under that cost. So now the question is, can we carry that over? What are our options if there are any that you want to discuss?
So with the Canada Day, can I go first?
Yeah.
With the Canada Day, what's happened in the past is that when there was a cancellation of the fireworks, they get put off until the following year.
We had one put off the following year, I forget which one it was. If there was a Canada Day cancellation, if it was a rain day, then we just moved to
Yeah.
whatever council decided was the rain day. Saturday normally went to a Sunday, now if it's a Wednesday, maybe you put it to a Saturday.
Yeah. And from memory, if memory serves me right, it was 2 years of fireworks into one night. And that was maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
What about the barge in Lisbon? Remember on the barge at Mount Lake?
Yeah, but we had the duplicate that year because we canceled the show the previous year.
Yeah.
We carried forward the money.
Oh,
And they had one on the barge on Round Lake, plus the regular show here in Duluth.
okay.
They just carried that money forward.
So I think we have to ask ourselves a couple of questions. One, in regards to the fireworks and Canada Day celebration, which is all the activities that go with it. And I think what Bob is alluding to, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not just the fires that are going on, it's the air quality. And we have to take that responsibility as a council. Do we want our kids to be out with the air quality the way it is? Do we want to proceed? But these are things that we need to discuss, and I think tonight would be the night that we need to discuss this. Whether. Right?
Yeah, well,
There was a lot of questions there, sorry.
my comment is the fireworks, I think, is cut and dry. If the fire ban's on, there is no fireworks. We can't have. There's no question on that, and the rest of the events, that's a discussion. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, why don't we,
How much of it we can, like, do we want to be out? I know at the schools, they're keeping kids in all day.
Yeah.
They're not allowing them, so if we have events going on all day. We're promoting them to be out
Yeah.
there breathing the air that's not good.
no, you're exactly right. Carol?
I think it's definitely no fireworks, the fire ban on, we'd be breaking the law with fireworks. And, well, I say the weather clear, but I had a discussion that I think we can carry on with everything else. It's all been arranged, the bands, everything else, the ducky race. And everything. I think people still show up. I think so. I think we just continue with Canada Day, but no fireworks, because we can't have fireworks, because we'll all end up in jail or something.
Harold?
I agree with Carl, the fireworks, it's a definite no if the fire ban is still on. And the rest of the stuff. Again, like Carl said, I think 99% of them are gonna come in anyway. They don't have to be out for 6 hours. And to see what goes on down there with the younger kids even, with all the stuff in front of the stage and the running around and that. I say we go with it.
Bill?
Yeah, I agree. Go with the festival day and
Maureen?
Yeah, I agree. And I wonder if we could invest in maybe some, like, we can't have fireworks, like some glow sticks. I don't know, Chris would have money in the budget, but to get some stuff for the kids to run around with, you know?
Usually they raise some.
Like bracelets or something fun, so you can sort of have that, the joy of being lit up at nighttime, you know, but not have the fireworks.
Okay, so we have two questions. The first one is, let's have a vote. Fireworks on or off? So if you say yes, that means it's canceled, okay?
Yes. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Cancel.
If there's a fire ban, yes.
Well, we have to make that decision.
We have to decide now.
Oh,
You get-
then cancel it.
They get the last full there, so you. Right there,
So it's unanimous? Every,
they can look for their part.
There's no rain in our forecast.
No, it was in paper.
what kind of resource are you?
40%. Monday's 30, Tuesday 60, Wednesday. So how much rain would we have to have for them to, like, a week's worth?
M and R council fire, that's how much rain.
Yeah.
Mayor certainly discussed it with the valley council, but I don't know. I think it was the same position as the fire ban was in effect, it would be canceled, but I don't know if a concrete decision was made in council, but I could be in error.
Well, I think we should make a decision. Personally.
Fire ban, yeah, well, we have to decide on the council or go ahead with it. We can't go ahead with it, the fire ban's on. And we have to cancel it now to get it canceled.
So we're a week and a half, we're like a little over a week and a half out from this. So how much notice would you need to be able to cancel this? Because it would be a shame to cancel it if we end up getting 4 or 5 days of rain and the.
We don't know this now, if the fire ban is in place, that it will be canceled.
So.
Yes,
Are they gonna come up on Friday evening and tell us the fire ban is over and enjoy your weekend? Not likely. The bureaucrats, they don't work that way.
yeah,
Okay?
Like us.
But if we did cancel this outright because of the smoke condition and whatnot, I think you're gonna lose your positive. I'd have a,
Wow.
that was on the other end. of the
We
spectrum.
know, we know choice.
So,
So in other words,
the banking, he's ready to go, he's bought.
Yeah.
We're not canceling because of the smoke, we're canceling because of the fire ban, not the smoke, because not the air quality, we're canceling because the fire ban is still on.
If it's still,
And by the looks of it, it's going to be on.
in which case there's no issue. If the ban is on, we will not be fired.
sorry, are you suggesting that we should say nothing?
yeah, then I think we should wait, clearly.
We can't go.
Yes, we can. We're still going ahead with Canada Day stuff. If there's a fire ban, obviously there'll be no fireworks. But I think until that day comes, right? Am I right in saying that?
No, we can't point the sky up tomorrow and say, here, come touch your fireworks off tomorrow.
Yeah, but he's scheduled for us, and if the fire ban is still in place, then obviously we can't light off fireworks.
Yeah, Bob just said that he knows that it's going to be canceled if the fireworks are on.
If the fire ban is on.
The fire ban is on, we're not running the fire.
And then would we be able to have our, maintain that amount and transfer it over?
That's fine. That's beyond my authority, beyond your
Then that's what we
authority.
should do.
Okay, that's the rule of the minister.
Gary? Hey, excuse me.
They're both the valley fire prevention officer, and the communications officer said, no, it is not canceled at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we cancel this, or we have to, can we not hold on to this and have that big fun fair at the Irish Catholic? Boom, boom, boom.
Well, maybe, but we won't lose our deposit.
That's what I'm saying, if we postpone
So-
it to the Irish Catholic or something.
With all the information now, we're better off not making a decision tonight on this, other than to say that we are going ahead with Canada Day regardless. And if the ban is still on, then it's because of the ministry has issued the ban and that we will not lose our deposit.
So
I think that's a no-brainer.
instead of losing our deposit, well, we lose our deposit if the fire ban is on.
No.
No,
No.
Could just be under control.
yeah. Like, I think that's a no-brainer. Are you guys okay with that? We're good? Canada is on.
They should be.
Canada Day is on.
Viva Canada.
Thank you.
From Justin.
Sorry to interrupt, Bob.
Okay, we'll get back to it. We got some-
Another,
We're D1. Okay, so July 11th, we have our bi-monthly meeting. September the 6th, our Renton County Fire Chief meeting in Pembroke. September 12th, a bi-monthly meeting. November 28th, bi-monthly meeting, and December 6th, we again have Renton County Fire Chief meeting in Pembroke. Fire prevention right now is basically consisting strictly of monthly newspaper ads. Since our last council meeting, training undertaken, May 16th, we had hose streams, water supply, hydrants, appliances on the deck gun. May 23rd, we had extrication focusing on cribbing and airbags with vehicle rescue. May 24th, Jim McClement and I went down to Whitby and went through a half-day of intensive training on General Motors e-vehicle training. The electric vehicles are going to be fun to play with. May 30th, we had general training, June 13th, drafting, and tonight forcible entry. I didn't see the door come in, so they may be doing something else, but that report was on the plan. Okay, scheduled training is overhaul for next week, overhaul scene presentation, conservation, cause determination, and risk reduction. Then we go into the CEMC side. Operations on May 18th. Renfrew County Spring Freshet meeting number 14, and that was the final meeting for this evening. May 25th, we had a capital sector meeting in Perth. And upcoming events, in case you slipped your mind, we have on Friday, emergency management training and exercise for the day.
And that's at 9 o'clock at the new fire hall. Anybody can't be there?
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can't make it? Everyone's okay? This Friday at 9.
9 till 2, I can do it.
I think we have to leave it to, that's fine. Yeah, we'll be doing the training part, the first part in the morning, to take about 3 hours. Around lunch, we go into the exercise, and as soon as you solve the problems of the world, you can go home.
we've done that.
Anything else?
Any discussion, any questions about? Brian?
Well, Bob's here, I do have, so I got approached today by, Kate McFall from the, store up in Polish, and she was concerned about our signage for, fire ban. We don't have sufficient signage out, she thought. So I explained to her about our meter signs, she said you get customers coming in saying, buying stuff to light fires, and they don't know there's a fire ban on the township. Other townships have them along the road. I said, ours are along the road too, but they're big. And I guess we didn't see them, I don't know.
Yeah, as you're coming into our township from that road, as you're coming in from the other end, the signs are there.
We have 13 planned, 11 are in place, 2 have to be installed, that are delayed for no general apparent reason. But if you look at our signage, you've got them at Ear Jack's Lake coming out on Round Lake Road, you have them at the Foy bypass there. We have them at the fire hall in Round Lake. We've got them at Monmouth Road coming in past near Jimmy McClement's. If you're coming across cut, you can see it there. We have it on the highway near Mass Road. We've got one at the fountain here in town. We've got a double-sided sign at the municipal garage. We have one up at Brudenell, we have at Mountain View, and there's the one that's gonna go up near the Willow sign there. But that's, you catch every road into the township.
No.
I have been put one at Ruby. Yeah,
No, I think you've done a great job. They're well placed.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's public work.
what more can you ask for? Like,
Before we have to pound in stakes and hold things together and whatnot, this way we just move an arrow up and down the court.
I know some townships have the little ones and they put them
The
boom, boom,
grass
boom,
is so
boom,
high now, you can't see that.
and you can't see them.
North one going, they got. I just can't think of it, but it's actually.
No, I think our signs are,
Oh, yeah.
well, like Harold said, and I've seen too, that when the grass grows, you can't see them.
I agree. You only need to see one, known as a fireman.
Just listen to the radio. It's on radio, it's on
I mean,
TV.
And plus it's throughout
You're on
Ontario.
zones.
It's not just in KHR or North Algona or Mad Valley, it's Ontario, like, you shut the province down. So,
I know I've dealt with the same individual. So I'll get back to him, I'll anybody before that.
and you can use what Bob said, 11 signs are up.
Yeah.
So, and not small ones.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. See you Friday.
thank you.
Tammy. Oh, Dean. Sorry. The name's been on.
Okay, so there's this regular road maintenance, cold patching continues, roadside grass cutting continues on various roads. We're opening culverts, with meters blocking, there's nothing like water obviously, but there's some that's still blocking them. Culvert installations that continue as well. Dipping on some of the streets, the lights have been fixed there on, Fair Trail and Simpson Road there, streetlights as well as the town at 9th Street. That's all been taken care of. We got the flag put up and we got the guy in there for taking the streetlights, got the flag put up. Fire department as well. Waste management report, just the cameras, we discussed that at the last council meeting. I was talking to one of our waste site attendants, and I think it might be best if we go with, instead of a trail cam at the end of the road, because I'll be getting notifications that, 100 hours a day, I'll get notification that 100 hours. So he was suggesting that if we get the system, we don't need Wi-Fi, we can just check them if need be, and we can probably have 4 cameras set up in different locations, and it would be roughly a cost of $500.
Oh. And you install too.
So I think that would be the best way to go, because like I said, but on Saturday or Friday, I'm getting, 100 notifications or whatever.
With your feet up on the beach.
Yeah, pretty much, so.
Do we need to approve that or do we? It's just part of his budget? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Because council approved that already.
Yeah.
Kind of a camera system. Just maybe Harold might want to touch on this as well. Hazardous Waste Day is August 12th. I guess Harold and I talked about that for hazardous waste and who could help.
Who could help out?
Out on hazardous waste. I know
We need a barbecue or.
the 12th of August. I know that you have Chris talk to us or whatever, he can get maybe him and his 1 or 2
One,
students
if you
possibly.
can do it, probably both of his students.
And then my 2 students would be able to help out there.
I will.
What time?
And we need, and
9.
I got a job from
9
Marie.
till 3? I'll come 9 till noon, that's crap
No,
area too.
you gotta keep. You
I'll
gotta
come
write
till
down every
12:30.
name And the
We
book,
need somebody to.
one's job there, write down the name, they come in, what they're bringing in, their address.
I'll just be there
That's
to
your
watch,
job.
I'll just be there to watch
You
you.
know, they won't let you go. I'm not sure.
Does he need supervision?
Yes.
This 12.
August 12th, 9 to 1,
9
9
to 3.
9 to 3.
But I'll come to round 1, I'll come like 9 till 1. Good company.
Carol, do you look after taking up?
I'll get everything. Filling in the old, not your deal.
There you go.
If I have a chair, I'll be there.
Well, actually, it,
'Cause I'll-
when Maureen leaves at 1, you
Sure.
can come and
Perfect,
Oh, there we go.
because
take over.
I'll have a new knee at that
the
time.
signage. I got a wheelchair.
Perfect.
You put your artificial leg.
I'm getting one of those. Anybody else got any questions for Dean?
No.
We'll check you a few times.
We'll bring that up closer to.
Yeah.
Closer to. so that everybody-
A reminder.
Yeah, everybody's in talk, whatever. So Canada Day lands on a on Saturday, obviously. So the landfill would be closed on Saturday because that's policy and procedures. So if we close the Saturday, just for the public knowledge as well, it would be closed Saturdays, so.
We'll have to put a notification.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely do that, yeah, correct, for sure, yeah. We're gonna save the fires and stuff like that. Just another thing there, put the snowmobile trail there on the corridor in Red Rock Road. Yeah, it's gonna, if the snowmobile club doesn't have any money to put forth towards it. They want to park it there, I don't think there's a whole lot of traffic that goes down that road, like for snowmobiles wise. It's probably gonna cost, with by Mr. Koski's, the corner there. It's probably gonna cost at least $6,000 probably to do it, but we have a sweeper out there today. Because there's like probably 2 inches of sand, so you have to take that sand off the road before you put the coal patch down. It's not the hard surface, but you put the coal patch down. If you just went over with that, like, yeah, it's not gonna stay in, it's gonna just, tear off kind of thing. So it's up to council, what council wants to do with that, but
First, I don't, if it's costing $6,000, you have to park. We should find someone else, I'm sorry, but you can't repair the road every year, because that. Really tears up our road. Coming up. My personal opinion.
I agree with Carl, I think we have to, should we send them a letter or something saying that. I don't know of any paved road that we were allowed going down with steel track machines. That's your cost, but that's
And that's it, usually it's just a straight.
$6,000 or $8,000 a year, we can't keep doing it, I know we like to have the snowmobile club.
Oh,
yeah.
But that's a cost that we have to. we
Uh,
can't allow-
we're not prepared to incur that
we have to
cost every
find
year.
different- together.
Yeah, we can't incur that cost every year. Harold?
I'm sure like that,
Because they can come out, when they come out down beach, up to the people call the D trail, takes you right over to Guns Road,
Cross that Mishawaka camp.
and then you cross the Mishawaka, but even to park it, there's a gentleman there, I don't know, maybe possibility, who has the horse right on the corner of where the plowing ends almost really, at Stevenson's, and what's the name of it?
Oh, yes.
You know, maybe the possibility of parking it there, or at Camp Nishawaka, because he only goes down to the lake, goes across, goes down to the lake, turns around and comes back. You know, and it's sad because
So in the letter, should we
being a
include that?
snowmobiler, most of the guys come across their head up north, go to various bays.
Yeah.
Madawaska, Whitby, and back up and through.
I think our concern in the letter would be the roads.
Yeah.
We can't tell them where to go and what to do with it.
No.
Once we can, it's our road and we can't be.
Right.
having this cost every year.
I think as a council, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Tammy, but there should be a bylaw in place saying that the Sunwood Club can cross the corridor or Red Rock Road, correct?
I'd have to look into that.
I think there should be a bylaw in place. That is not just that, I think myself, but we could look into whatever council decision.
Bill, do you have any comments?
No, I agree with what's being said. It would be good if Ken could come back to us with a recommendation.
Maureen?
Yeah, same. And the road was like, yeah, I went down there and it went really, really bad. I didn't realize how bad when you were talking about it, it's really bad.
Well, let's bring that back to our next meeting. Is that enough time? July?
Mm,
Or one of those 2 meetings in July? We'll bring that back in one of those 2 meetings in July and have further discussion. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, because I think we have to get as soon as possible in
Yeah.
contact with. Hopefully they can rearrange.
Make
something.
arrangements. Yeah.
I know like Tommy Summers has a lot to do with our inner trails down at that end now. We could get something even with him to talk to him and what we're proposing. About where to leave it, and stuff like that. Because we don't want to, we do not want to shut, look at what are the snow drifters. It's gonna be closed, they'll have nothing. That's cutting off a big territory, and then that comes in, you could wire in up here, so. We don't want to lose the stuff coming from the other end either.
Okay, Dean, anything else?
Just the cameras.
Okay. I have one.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just for Dean there, I got calls on from both the residents on Harrington Road and One Church Road that regarding brushing, and they were very pleased with the work and asked me to pass it on to next department. Pass it on. Sure.
No, they did.
Does anybody have anything else to Dean before I do the proposals?
Just keep up the good job.
I do have one before I go to the proposals. I noticed on County Road 58 and Simpson Pit Road, we don't have any of those, you know, those signs that say move over for green flashing lights. I've noticed in other townships, there's a lot of those signs, you know, emergency vehicles.
I haven't seen any of my.
Oh yeah, in Madawaska Valley, they're all over the place. Pull over. That's right, they are counted. You've never had any dealings about that?
Never.
Wonder why they. Would that be Mike Nolan would do that or Lee Perkins? Paramedics. I'll check. I'll check. Okay. Okay. Request for proposals. The first one. RFP 2023-01. 2023 Ford F-250 4x4. Total proposed price, there was only one submission, and that is for $77,819.00. Taxes of $10,064.47 for a total of $87,883.47.
Is that mining truck? Is that mining truck? That one you lost out.
Yeah, same numbers as I did.
No, it's 59.
That's what I thought it was too, so it looked like 9. Motion, please.
Moved by Brian Kowski, second by Harold Levine, that council for the township of Gillville, Hagerty and Richards accepts the RFP from Summers Brothers in the amount of $77,819 plus applicable taxes in the amount of $10,064.47 for a total amount of $87,883.47. The RFP 2023-01 2500 series 3/4 ton 4x4 regular cab gasoline truck with feed plow blade.
Questions, discussions? All those in favor? Carried. Okay, next one, tender 01 2023. For Hillcrest Avenue. The first one is from Greenwood Paving. Price of $123, $775.94. Taxes of $16,090.87.
Excuse me, you said $123.
$123,000. When I forgot all the numbers. $123,775.94. Taxes $16,090.87 for a total of $139,866.81. The second one is Bonshear Excavating. And this one is contract price of $118,376.87. Taxes of $15,388.99 for a total of $133,756.86. Motion, please.
Moved by Harold Levine, second by Bill Smith, that council for the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards accepts the tender from BEI in the amount of $118,376.87 plus applicable taxes in the amount of $15,388.99 for a total amount of $133,756 for tender KHR 02-2023 with old asphalt and replaced with hot mix pave on Hillcrest Avenue.
Questions or concerns? All those in favor? Carried.
That was Hillcrest.
Yeah. Now we're doing Stone Church, which is tender 02-2023. Greenwood, contract price $159,474.81. Taxes of $20,731.73 for a total of $180,206.54. Next one is Blanchir Excavating, contract price $158,961.90. Taxes of $20,665.05 for a total price of $179,626.95. Motion, please.
Moved by Carol Levine, second by Maureen McMillan, that council for the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Redford accepts the tender from BEI in the amount of $158,961.90 plus applicable taxes in the amount of $20,665.05 for a total amount of $179,626.95 for tender KHR 01-2023 to remove old asphalt and replace with hot mix pave on Stone Church Road.
Questions or concerns? All those in favor? Carried. Under.
Tenders A gravel, was
Okay, now next for the crushed gravel, or no? Yeah, A gravel. Okay, there's 3 tenders. First one is from GP Splinter. The tender price of $135,206.80. Taxes $17,576.88 for a total of $152,783.68. Second one is from BEI. Tender price $135,092.80. Taxes $17,562.06 for a total of $152,654.86. And Cluche Construction, tender $119,954, taxes of $15,594.02 for a total price of $135,548.02. Motion.
Moved by Maureen McMillan, second by Sarah Keel, that council for the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Redford accepts the tender from RGT Cluche Construction Limited in the amount of $119,954 plus applicable taxes in the amount of $15,594.02 for a total amount of $135,548.02 for tender KHR 03-2023 crushed gravel and granular a 3/4 inch.
Some at this end of this. There's something at this end of this table today, or our tongues are tied.
You say granulated sugar?
Granulated sugar.
All those in favor?
All those in favor? Carried.
Do you want to do
So we did
the,
that one.
Now to the-
Expenditure?
Yeah. roll it
How
over.
do we do on that? No.
Where'd my sheet go?
If our money is.
Okay, can I have a motion to read the road and general vouchers?
moved by Brian Dukowski, second by Carl Keel, motion to approve road and general voucher 05-2023 in the amount of $425,685.61.
I don't know why. Discussion, questions? Yes, Mr. Keel.
25267.
Grandma's pantry.
Right, so then the program will go. And
Fifteenth of May.
one really big cup of coffee.
I think that was the key to the environmental action plan. Maybe.
Yeah.
Environmental statement. Not even put it on.
Yep, for the environmental action tour, meet and greet,
Yeah,
for the meet and greet.
they had the music and the food, they had a lot of food,
Yeah, we have lighting.
yeah,
Should that
Next.
come out of the library's budget then?
it's the environmental action tour, it's under our budget. Yeah.
Okay, here we go again. 25272. Okay,
Yeah, building and design.
For Killaloe Pathways Park, I believe.
okay. 25282. AJ Stone Company, 11,000 people. I don't even know what AJ Stone Company is.
That'll be a different bat, the 26th.
$11,000 26 and 8.
25282.
25.
Yeah, 282.
25282.
The vendor's AJ Stone.
Bunker gear. Fire department.
Okay. Sorry, 25298, Lake Light Leisure Incorporated, $9,962.
It's 29th of May. But
That's for the dog.
Okay, that's fine.
That's for the dog.
I'll shut up now, sorry.
Yeah.
Your turn, Brian.
Brian,
25283.
Russ, here. For my one to do. Okay, sweep of those.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Sweep of cards.
and I thought I saw a hand down this side. Did I see a hand?
25 and 6.
Oh, sorry. 296? That's all of our donations, all in one lump.
5,000 senior active living center, 5,000 PA one.
So combined.
Thank you.
We're good. All those in favor? Carried. Just under committees, just want to give everyone a heads up.
My report.
Oh, now I skipped you. I called on you twice before. Tammy,
Okay, so at your desk, you'll see a copy of the new procedural bylaw, so I've just placed that there, and I'm just asking that you keep it at your desk. Because it's all new, and so I provided it there. It's got the pictures in front, Brian. I don't know if you see it. It had some pictures on front. Yep, so behind it, it's so just because it's new and it was just passed recently, I just thought it would be a good idea to keep it at arm's length, just in case there's any questions or concerns that we're ready to pull it out and we can find the answers that we're looking for. I just want to let you know that the Round Lake Properties Owners Association will be at the Round Lake Recreation Park this Saturday to host their board meeting from 9 till 12. They're gonna have access to the building for washrooms, just as what they did what they do usually. Yeah,
I thought it was
Good.
July.
this is their board meeting.
Oh.
In relation to the farmer's market, previously council had indicated that they were willing to waive the $100 special permit fee. So if council is still prepared to do that, I have prepared a resolution. So I have moved by Bill Smith, second by Maureen McMillan, that council for the township of Killaloe, Haggerty and Richards hereby agrees to waive the $100 special permit fee for the 2023 season for the farmers market being held in Station Park in the village of Killaloe for the municipal corporation of the township of Killaloe, Haggerty and Richards.
All those in favor? Carried.
Okay, I have received two requests in relation to pickleball. The first request came from Karen Delport, who's asking council for permission to store a locked box at the Killaloe rink for use for the pickleball program. So those are that's the picture that I've given everybody. That's what the locked box would look like. Ms. Delcourt has indicated that she would provide the lockbox, which will be used to securely hold the pickleball equipment. And she's indicated that the box will have her business branding on it. And again, I've provided pictures. No, she was a realtor, I believe. At the Killaloe rink.
Yeah, like inside, outside.
They haven't, that hasn't been determined yet.
It would be outside so that they could access it.
Yeah, because we wouldn't give them a key to go inside.
No.
Yeah, I
Right.
think it's.
You're going to store it outside.
All those in favor? Carried.
The second request is from the Round Lake Property Owners Association, and they're asking for the municipality to purchase 2 additional pickleball nets for use of the program. The estimated cost is approximately $600 for the 2 nets. Last year, the municipality did buy 2 nets already, and they bought, I believe, 8 rackets and balls for the pickleball. So now they're asking for an additional 2 nets. As far as I know from Killaloe, I don't think there is one in Round Lake yet. Mm-mm.
You already bought, what, like 2 to 3 sets already? That we paid
2
for?
sets,
2 sets.
2 nets and 2 sets of rackets and balls.
Have we got, did we have any of this money in the budget for equipment and stuff like that?
Nothing.
Is there any money to refresh the lending library?
No.
Putting money there.
No, but I did speak with Will, and there is the option of using the recreation fund.
Okay.
So that's a reserve fund?
It's where all of the donations come, like from the loggers and any kind of recreation donation. It's put into a separate fund to be able to use for recreation. So that there's that option.
Is there money in there for these nets?
I believe so.
Okay.
Approximately $600 is what they're saying. I have no idea. I'm just going by what I was provided.
I think it's a great thing. It's a million.
Exercise.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Go ahead. Yeah, if we have the funds in that, or money in that.
We need to do a resolution, or we just slide it.
Just direction.
All those in favor? Carried.
Okay, as per council's direction, I started the process for the disposal of the real property respective to 156, 158, and 160 Queen Street. End of that process, council needs to pass a resolution for me to be able to move forward, declaring the property surplus. So I have prepared a long motion for that.
Thanks for the warning.
It is. All right, so bear with me. Moved by Carl Keel, second by Brian Kosky, that council for the township of Killaloe, Haggerty and Richards hereby declares the properties described as follows as being surplus to the needs of the municipality. Part Lot 5, Plan 138 in the geographic township of Hagerty in the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards, county of Renfrew, more particularly described as in R311247, village of Killaloe being all of pin 57521-0118 LP. Part 4, Plan 138 in the geographic township of Hagerty in the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards, county of Renfrew, Part Lot 5, Plan 138 in the geographic township of Hagerty in the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards, county of Renfrew, more particularly described as in R314650, village of Killaloe being all of pin 57521-0119 LT, and Part Lot 4, Plan 138 in the geographic township of Hagerty in the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards, county of Renfrew, Part Lot 5, Plan 138 in the geographic township of Hagerty in the township of Killaloe, Hagerty and Richards, county of Renfrew, more particularly described as in R263241, village of Killaloe being all of pin 57521-0120 LT.
What is that?
You want to repeat that second paragraph? But the lot numbers got mixed up there in the second paragraph. All those in favor? Carried.
Thank you. And lastly, I just wanted to thank council for approving for both myself and Deputy CAO Clerk Treasurer Charlene Lipinski the opportunity to attend the AMCTO conference this past week. The theme this year was cultivating municipal excellence, and they proved that very well with the sessions that they had provided. We met a lot of new people, and we were able to network, sharing our experiences with others in our field who face the same challenges as a small rural municipality as we do. There are some new ideas that I will share moving forward, which I've learned from this experience. So once again, thank you.
Any questions or concerns?
Yes, so does that mean that those properties will be listed?
No.
Huh?
So now what I do is I need to post them in the paper to let the public know that they are considered surplus. And then I have to get them assessed. Once they are assessed, then I can move forward with the rest.
So who assesses?
There's two consultants, I believe, out of Pembroke. I have to get in touch with them. So I'm working with our township solicitor on it. So it's not a realtor isn't.
At the end of this, we should do a template to see the length of time that it's taken and the amount of money that it's taken to do this disposal. No, but we should, as a template for our knowledge, we should have that just for future references. Anyways. Committee reports. Carl, how was your Ottawa River Power Corporation general meeting?
It was great, right, Bill?
I attended that as well.
Well,
Okay.
don't speak on it, he was, yes.
I attended that as well. It was really informative for me. I decided to go because the money from that comes into Killaloe. And we didn't find out the amount of the dividend that we're going to get, but they did, their total dividend was a little north of $245,000, and they said that check would be in the mail within a week. So that's good. There's the learning experience for me on that is that there's Ottawa River Power Corporation, and then there's Ottawa
Energy Solutions.
Yeah.
That do a whole number of other things, providing cabling with different kinds of options and internet services, and they did not have that's a small operation, and they did not have a dividend.
I got a meeting Thursday, remember, with Ottawa River Energy Solutions. And they notified us that we are 23% the lowest hydro rate in Ontario. Right, Bill?
29% on average for residential, lower than Ontario residents. 30 for small business, and 40 some odd % higher or lower for large business.
Wow.
And then that resolution we sent in them from council there supporting paying Ontario for our hydrant, which we are getting, we're gonna get our back. They approved it, so we got $1 million. We're saving our customers. And I think it'll work out to every customer, we'll save $115 this year that auto river power. They're on. So, that was a nutshell of it.
So it was very worthwhile, very educational.
Definitely worth going
Yeah.
to the meeting. If
Good.
you want to learn a little bit more about what they do.
Good. Great. Yes,
And I talked to, but about, I gotta talk to Chris, I talked to him about putting new lights on the trees here. And if we get new lights, I just have to get them, they'll bring them with the bucket trucks and install new lights on the trees for us. Free.
that's great music.
Better not charge. And they're doing a pole assessment all through the roof, checking all the hydrant poles, which ones have to be replaced. They hope to do Mr. Brown's, that's all he complains about.
Also, next council meeting, I'll be asking each chair to give a report on their committee, what's been done it's halfway through the year, so just give us an update of what the status is, where you're at, that type of thing. And my last item, as far as committees are, Maureen, would you like to make any comments about the TAP?
No, it's still a work in progress, so we don't want to bring it up again until we have more information.
You'll be notified that we have more information when we're at the appropriate.
Yeah, we'll come in our shirts.
You want to bring up what we were talking about? The top.
The TAP,
No, we'd
no,
rather not.
No,
discuss
we'd
it.
rather
No.
not.
it's got, we looked how the rules and regulations go, and Maureen has to bring it forward.
By the way, the fountain's going to get a drink at the park.
I know.
I got that.
Okay. Correspondence. Right to repair, town of Bradford, West Gwillimbury. Resolution of support for the town of Lincoln. Call for additional resources to combat opioid, mental health, and homelessness. Correspondence? That was in your package of, that you got in the mail? So I guess basically the pickleball request, that's part of that. Tammy Reimer?
Mhm.
That was one of the requests you had, or no?
No, that wasn't part of mine. She had put that in just this morning.
Oh, okay, sorry. One that you would have got tonight was the pickleball letter from Tammy Reimer from Wilno. What's that paper? You guys see that one?
It's just a letter of support for the pickleball. She likes pickleball.
Actually, I think she's asking for money for the pickleball equipment.
Yes.
You already supported it, you know.
Move on. The last two items are just brought to you from County Council. The Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus, the strategic priorities. That's just for information for you guys. And the next one is Eorn, Rogers, Ontario. And again, just for your information, listed the 9 new wireless sites and upgrades to 37 existing sites. And just for your information.
We improve self-service.
Is there any unfinished business? Is there any more new business? We're doing good. Is there any committee on the whole? No. Confirming bylaw.
Moved by Carl Keel, second by Bill Smith, that bylaw 2023, the bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council of the township of Killaloe, Hagerty, and Richards at its regular meeting held on June 20th, 2023, be given its first, second, and third reading and finally passed this 20th day of June 2023.
All those in favor? Carried.
Question there. Human Resources Committee. Did we approve that? Or did we turn on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We approved it.
Okay.
You need to sign.
Right, that's for motion to adjourn.
Moved by Bill Smith, second by Brian Pekoski, motion to adjourn the regular council meeting of June 20th, 2023 for the township of Killaloe, Hagerty, and Richards.
All those in favor? Carried. Bye-bye. Let's go.